Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87, and this is Let's Play Prelude Part 58. In the previous video, we finished watching Haku's Visions of the Past, where we got a little bit more of an idea about him and the world in general. Then we fought Keen and what's their name, and now we're going deeper into the bowels of the earth to try and figure out what the bad guy's actually trying to do. Oh, it said, I thought it said, I'm frightened. I was like, what the hell, Benny? You're not supposed to be scared of nothing. What is it's frightened? Who is it's referring to?
気配もう少し前に出てみればわかります。なんだこのぬるっとした気味悪い感じは。
正気と呼ばれるものです。皆さん、気をしっかりと持つようにしてください。でないと、この正気に体を蝕まれてしまいますから。さすが御神谷向かい。まがまがしさこの上ありませんわ。
ちょっと待て。どういう意味だ。最も神聖な場所がまがまがしいなどと。
Oh, does this place feel very holy to you?
どういう意味も何も事実を言ったまでですわ。こんなまがまがしい場所が他にありまして。
For once, I'm gonna agree. Carlisle's spitting.
それは。しかし、ここは御神谷向かいでは。
Yeah? I mean, it can mean that.
脱ぎそむ神そのものだからですわ。疑問に思ったことはありませんこと？二つの顔を持つウィツァルネミテア。人に生命と生きる知恵を与えた反面、役や病などで命を奪う。片方だけを見たら、脱ぎそむ神そのものではなくて？
それは。いや、何をバカな。
そうですわね。そう思っても大抵の方は慌てて否定しますわ。
I mean, aren't you basically just saying the whole thing that Kuya's country believes?
だって禁句ですものね。
Like, I wouldn't say you're like a radical opinion.
貴殿は禁句と知ってて否定しないのか。
興味ありませんもの。神様が何であろうと知ったことではありませんわ。それにもう一人、そこにも否定されない方がいますし。
まさか否定なさらないのですか。カムナギであるあなた様が。
彼らの言ったことはある意味間違いではないのです。ウィツァルネミテアは私たちに様々な恩恵を与えてくださると同様に、様々な幸を奪ってゆくと言われています。代償としてウィツァルネミティアがそれを望んでいないとしても。
だから封じたの。
誰だ。お前は。
やはりあなた様が始祖様だったのですね。私たちオンカミヤリュウの最初の人にして、ウィツァルネミテアの娘。でもどうしてなのです。どうしてあの子が。
あの子はよりしろ。まどろみの長い時を過ごす私の作られた人格の一つ。
お前、何が目的だ。なぜそうまでして邪魔をする。
お父様を安らかに眠らせるため。お父様の願い。自分で自分を止められない悲痛な叫び。だから私はお父様を死なせてあげたかった。
何を言ってるんだ。
でもお父様は死ねない。 私ごとき小さな存在では傷一つ負わせられない。だから封じ込めたの。静かに悠久の時を安らかにお眠りしていただくため。その眠りを邪魔してはいけないの。
I mean, we're not trying to do anything, but for the record.
でももうきっともう一人のお父様はここに来た目的を忘れている。
Because, I mean, realistically, if they're like, oh, we don't want you to mess with the sealed guide, like, we're not here for that. We're here to grab you, so if you just turn back to normal, we can leave.
ここに来た目的。
もう止められない。
待て。くそ、またか。兄者、聞いてもいいか。兄者と奴はどんな関係があるんだ。
I don't know, it's complicated, brother.
一体兄者は何者なんだ。
That's also complicated.
おぼろ。
分かっている。分かってはいるが。
I mean, no, it's fair to be like, hey, can we pause and talk about what the fuck is going on?
もうすぐわかる。
Oh, okay, never mind. Just keep delaying.
兄者。まさか記憶が。
引き返しましょう。
は？
引き返しましょう、今すぐに。
ヘルル殿、ここまで来て何を言っているのですか。
でも
エルル、私は
ダメです。カミュちゃんのことでしたら私が行きます。私一人で行きますから。だから白オロさんはここから引き返してください。
姉さん、何言ってるんですかい。
白オロさんはこの先へ行っちゃダメなんです。だから
すまない。
白オロさん、
すまない。今までありがとう。エルルには本当に感謝している。
どうしてそんなこと言うんですか。
エルル、それでもお前を
白オロさん、
エルル、今ここにて汝との契約を破棄する。これでお前は自由だ。
白オロさん、
動くな。 なんだ、体が動か。これはあの時と同じ。
まさか兄者なのか。なぜ、どういうことだ。兄者。
聖女。
動く。ガチャタラ。白オロさん、どうして。白オロさん、
まだ言ってなかったな、私の本当の名を。
ダメ。
私の名は
また止めるのか。
言わない。言ってももう無駄だから。お父様は目的を忘れている。何のためにここに来たのか忘れている。
目的。
お父様たちがもう一度顔を合わせてしまったら、互いに自分を抑えきれない。自分で自分が許せない。
It really doesn't make sense, though, for them to be like, oh no, we can't let you get, you know, here. But at the same time, the only reason we're here is for you. It's like they've lured us here, but they're also like, no, we don't want you to be here.
自己憎悪だから殺し合う。死ねないのに相手が死ぬまで殺し合う。ずっとずっと。そしてお父様たちはまた私のことを忘れてしまう。私がどんなに胸焦がれてもあの子のことは忘れないのに。そんなの嫌だから、もう行くななんて言わない。もう一人のお父様にもここでお休みしてもらうから。
Hi, or Super Haku. So, you know, speaking of being Super Haku, that does remind me, one thing that I definitely, like, my memory lied to me, is during the Kuya fight, I remember that going down differently. Because they already mentioned about how I originally thought the reason you fight Kuya is because they learned that Haku's a monster, and that's why Kuya wants to kill you. Is because I remember it being you fight Kuya both in a different environment. Like, I remember it being more like an open air shrine, and there's like, it's all on fire and everything, and you're fighting her as transformed Haku.
聞いてもらおうか。
やっぱり忘れてる。この子を取り戻しに来たはずなのに。
Is there noise? What the hell is that?
Worm? What the fuck does that mean, dude?
Okay, we may lose audio there for a second. A random Twitch stream just started playing in the background. I don't know. That was weird. I think what it was is that I had it muted, and then I think that stream ended, and then it auto-hosted someone else, and for some reason that unmuted it. But yeah, it's a tiny little blip there. Oh shit, I forgot that I have to hit buttons. Okay, he's got the world's slowest animations. I was waiting for like 45 minutes for the circle to show up, and then I wasn't ready when it showed up, man. But like, once again, like, if you wanted us to not fight, you should have just at least pretended to just be Kamyu again, and we wouldn't have come here. I hit it so early again.
どうして私を選んでくれなかった。私だけはねえ、お父様。
Oh, that's so annoying. You, like, lowered my movement or something? Can't even do like a super attack or nothing?
嘘。ただ戦う相手が欲しいだけ。
What the fuck? Oh. Okay, so that's why we're doing no damage, just because she's dodging. I wonder if that's just like random chance, or does she only dodge if you... like you have to hit her from the back? Has a high chance from the front. But like, we're not hitting you from the front, we're hitting you from the side. So she's kind of like beating my ass.
私だけはねえ、お父様。
違う。私は
I keep thinking that one's going to be really late because this one's super late. We're gonna lose at this rate. Like just missing that one attack because it wouldn't let me move far enough.
Mutsumi?
お父様、もう辛いのでしょう。
Maybe we'll just level up mid-combat Haku and then get a full heal. Where's our foresight, man?
ねえ、お父様。
Sorry, I was trying to drink my coffee, so I was playing with one hand. And not in the way you normally would have played this game. No, you know what I mean? I mean...
すみなさい。あの時のように。
I will say there do seem to be fewer sex scenes than I remembered. Because I remembered there only being like a couple. Well, I thought it because... So apparently there was one with Kamyu, which as gross as that is, I mean, I'm not really surprised by it. Because like it's what? It's just Carlisle, Yuzuha. There's one with Kamyu in the original where that kind of... It's a lot more vague in this one, I guess. I mean, the art is very, obviously, super suggestive, but... And then, like, the Toka one, I don't know if that was supposed to segue into a sex scene, because I feel like I remember there being one with Toka. And then there's the one with Eruru, which I don't think was actually a... Because I feel like I have a distinct memory of there not being a sex scene with Eruru. Like, I feel like it was just kind of suggestive. Because really, it's like, I remember... Because it was basically like the two scenes, I had them together in my mind. Because I remembered it being like Haku gets drunk. And then like almost has sex with Eru, but ultimately ends up not. And it's like, I remember there being like a... Like an image of Eru kind of like half undressed. As like Haku's trying to like basically like force himself onto her. But then there's also an element of like she's goading him on. Before and then Haku, you know, comes to his senses and then they don't actually have sex. That's the way I remember, like, I remember it. My attack? My extra attack? My extra attack? My extra attack? He just didn't do his extra attack? Oh, okay, so we can't lose. Okay, so that's what our zeal is for. I mean, yeah, there's still definitely some confusion going on, because it's like, if they're sealed away, why are they here? And what do you mean you can't wake up? They're already woken up? I mean, he's been venturing out into the outside. But there is also some interesting dialogue I didn't really comment on, but like when she says about, you know, you always remember her. Kind of, you know, I guess it creates the idea that this is like a cycle that's happened many times, right? That we eventually break out and then forget about Mutsumi. And that's like, I guess, some of her personal hang-ups. That she doesn't feel like she's as important. Which is like, I'm thinking that's what they're getting at. Or like that's supposed to be the implication.
すか。我らは鏡、我らは対極、我らは任して一。感じるはずだ、我が存在を。我らはもともと一つなのだから。これが私たちが崇拝してきた。これではまるで我らが眠り、妨げるのは何時か、小さき者よ。目覚めにはまだ早いが、目覚めたからには始めねばなるまい。我は願いを叶える者、小さき者よ。汝の望みを言うがいい。どうした？望みを告げよ。まさか用もなく我が眠りを邪魔したのではあるまいな。だとすればその罪、死すら生ぬるい。答えよ。ここまで来れば。どこへ行く？おう、汝は哲学士か。我を知りたい。それが汝の願いか。それほどまでに木を求めるか。よかろう。我らは一にして二。だが二とするにはよりしろとなる肉体がいる。汝我が血肉となりて我らの行く末を、未来永劫見届けよ。お許しを。お許しってや。入ってくれ。
They really did ask the sound team a lot of times to be like, hey, make some fucking gross ass noises for us, please. Here's the to-do list of gross noises to make.
なかなか良質の体だ。しっくりとくる。これな 抑えられぬか。抑えられぬな。我らは交えてはならぬ。交えれば二は一となり、過ちを繰り返す。だがそれを分かりつつも抑えられぬ。今この時、目前に我が汝が存在する。どうして抑えられようか。我が分身よ。違わぬぞ、我がうつせみよ。
Yeah, I don't know. The timeline's still weird to me. Right? So the setup there is Dii comes down here, wakes up the sleeping god, and then gets possessed. And so that's when they split into two. But like, I don't... Because you would think, like, you know, the Haku side already had their vessel by that point if all of the, you know, decoys are supposed to be descended from him?
少しは思い出したか。奴が私自身。確かに感じる。この存在は。
Or I guess maybe it's like he already had the Haku vessel, but he was just back in his original form. But I guess that could be it, is that like, you know, the dark side, so to speak, was still in the original form, but the second body is like to, you know, separate them. Because you would think the setup there is that, like, they fight, he gets super injured, somehow ends up on the surface, and then that's when you get into the, you know, start of the game.
薄々は気づいているはず。我という存在。いや、我らという存在。
Yeah, like, so this is all like the little details that I don't remember.
ならば、何が目的であのような真似をした。何が目的？我がなすはすべて我が子らを愛するがため。それは何時も同じはずだ。子らのためだと。背後で糸を引き争わせるのが子らのためか。そうだ。争いとは種の能力を引き出す。種の存亡をめぐっての争いともなれば、その種をさらなる高みへと昇華させる。我はそうして子らの成長を見守り、時に少し手を差し伸べているに過ぎぬ。高み、高 神だと。ならば負けた主はどうなる。弱き者たちは見殺しにするのか。
敗れし主は淘汰される。それだけのこと。
滅べというのか。弱き者を切り捨て、それのどこが愛だ。
全体からすればビビたる。そんなことのために高みを目指す多くの我が子らをおろそかにするは無効であろう。
そんなことだと。
少子ならば汝はどうだ。なぜ子らにさまざまな技を教え導いた。脳、孔、線。本来なら何百年と月日をかけて覚える技を知ったためにどういう結果を招いた。確かに豊かにはなっただろう。だがその結果、汝を迎えてくれた者の末路はどうだ。
Well, okay, see, that's different because they started that shit.
守るためという詭弁でどれだけの死を蹂躙した。汝と出会ったために、汝に導かれたために、汝と対立したために、どれだけの者が死んだ。
I mean, that is kind of fair to a degree, right? I mean, you know, the ones who survived are just the ones that just by happenstance happened to be aligned with Haku, just via geography, basically. But at the same time, you know, they shouldn't have started those wars. They were stupid. Well, because I mean, there is a difference. Because I mean, Dii makes it sound like he intentionally like tries to stoke occasional conflict for the sake of growth or whatever, whereas the conflict came knocking to our doorstep. With the exception of, you know, the initial revolution. I mean, we definitely started that shit. That you can put all that blood on Haku's hands per se, but everything else, I mean, that's, you know, not our fault. I mean, one of the wars, well, I guess also you could say maybe the slave rebellion, we did interfere there personally, but, you know, Kukukeka, that's this guy's fault. Niue, also kind of this guy's fault. I mean, Kuya's war also. Because, I mean, he's the one that was, I wouldn't really say was messing with Juan Kua's mind, but, you know, he was definitely working behind the scenes to try and start that war, so... See, that falls flat to me. Because, like, basically, like, all the wars that happen in the game are, like, influenced by Dii behind the scenes, right? I mean, he literally cast a magic spell on on what's his name to try and kill us. So it's like, how can you blame us for that? That wasn't a natural conflict.
貴様。さて、話はここまでだ。我が前から消え失せよ。
Because, I mean, I think there is a valid argument, like, maybe more in the lines of, like, you know, Haku's kind of playing favorites, in a way, by, like, aligning himself with this one, even if he doesn't really know it, by aligning himself with, you know, his own nation, he's giving them, like, a favorable advantage against all the other tribes.
本来なら再び眠りにつくまで我らが出会ってはならない。
And then maybe, you know, the rapid advancement of society that he's creating makes conflict more like, which I don't really buy that argument, but I could see that being made.
我らが出会えば必ず憎しみ合う。同じ存在でありながら同じ存在だからこそ分かり合えずに憎悪する。だが我らが直接交えてはならない。交えれば過去とまた同じことを繰り返す。今この瞬間にも汝と戦う衝動に駆られはするが、だが我が眷属が敗北したんだ。今回は我の負けだ。我はこのまま眠ることにしよう。汝が再び眠りにつくまでサタリルを好きにするがよい。貴様、人を駒のようにもてあそぶか。言ったはず。我は汝自身だと。汝もまた我と同じことをしていることに気づかぬか。貴様がいるからいな。我らがいるから我らこそが災い。我らこそが元凶なるもの。そう、我らは滅びねばならない。
動け動け。ありだ。
動け。
なんだ。お前は何しに来た。また邪魔しに来たのか。
Oboro definitely used wit as his dump stat.
なぜ私たちを助けたのです。
助けて。
何。
お父様を助けてあげて。
どういう意味だ。おい 待てエル
You think Arrow can stick that landing? Everyone else, I feel like, yeah, sure. I don't know about Arrow. Also, the poor Wapdar's legs, man. I don't know if they're made for that type of fall. I mean, granted, I guess people aren't either, but...
誰が我らを滅ぼす。誰にも何人も我らを滅ぼすことはできぬというのに。なぜ
Alrighty. We will defeat Dii, I suppose. We can go ahead and do it in this video, but I'm gonna pause for like 1 second. Alright, we're back. Let's fight it out. So I believe we're very close to the end of the game. I'm probably still not gonna, well, let me clear my throat for a second. Probably still not gonna beat it this recording session, because I want to block out a little bit of extra time, because I'll probably talk for a good bit after we beat the game. Since I'm not going to do like a standalone discussion video, but I will probably do like an impromptu talkie towards the end. Because, I mean, you know, this game there's things to talk about. Especially once we actually get to the ending and everything. But there are definitely still some plot points that are kind of fuzzy on me, like the whole, they refer to Eru as like his vessel, which, like, you know, vessel makes me think, you know, the possession, like basically what Dii is and what like Haku is, but like he already had Haku, whereas like it seemed like the pact with Eru was more like to heal him, right? Speaking of healing, I guess go ahead and, I presume this is the same as all the others where it's just Haku can't die. Can you? No, you can't hit with that. Oh, Kuro, I don't know if you're gonna actually make it to the light of combat, buddy. Okay, he does heal, like, all of his HP. Well, not all, but what little damage we've done. He's not crying enough not to beat your ass, that's for sure. Yeah, that's actually great that you got closer, because that... You res. No, you don't even have the res. You're just actually almost gonna get one shot by Obero. Because he's that fucking dude. Now let's make sure we, you know, it goes off. 'Cause I guess I just hit the button too late and it didn't register earlier. Was that last video? Now that I think about it. I think that was last video. Who would win, one progenitor god or one little Obero boy?
天かける流星触れよ星屑星神様僕たちのこの願いを叶えたまえ
Well, I don't know if the god's gonna be granting your wish to kill him. Personally. That'd be a good thing. He's like, oh, I grant wishes, and then you're just like, hey, kill yourself, lol, that's my wish. He's like, oh, fuck, they got me. Okay, I did not expect that to be that fast. Oh, I didn't even notice Ulthuri didn't drop down yet. But she wasn't even in our combat party. Shiso様、
お父様の言う通りにしてあげて。
私にも大罪を犯せとお恨みいたします。私は
その罪一緒に背負ってあげる。だからこの子を返すね。可愛がってあげて。ただいま、お姉様。
カミュ。
これでいい。これで
ただいま。今戻ったぞ。
おかえりなさ
い。よく寝ているな。
い。寝てばっかりです。
寝る子は育つというからな。きっと元気な子に育つぞ。
女の子だからあまり元気すぎると困るですよ。
そうだな。そうだ、これを。
これって
水島さんが渡してくれた鍵だ。もう必要のないものだが、お前のお父さんがくれた大切なものだ。これをこうして紐で結んで、この子の首にかけてあげれば。
お守りみたいですね。
ああ、この子が大きくなってもずっと大切にしてくれればいいんだがな。
きっと大切にしてくれます。きっと。
そうだな。この子に幸多からんことを。
サンプルを回収しました。第2段階に移行します。
返して。返して。赤ちゃん。私たちの。
失敗作の分際が触るな。
みこと、貴様ら。
お迎えに上がりました、アイスマン。我々と一緒に戻っていただきます。
こんなことをされて、言うことを素直に聞くとでも思っているのか。
おやめください。抵抗なされる場合は強制的にでも連れてくるよう命令されています。このアベルカムルに素手で挑むほど愚かではありますまい。
返して。私の。
しつこい。
みことみこと。うわー！
目標攻撃を開始。捕獲します。
お目覚めかね、アイスマン。命令の手違いで少々手荒な真似をしてしまったようだね。許してくれたまえ。
お前ら。
水島が君にあることないことを吹き込んだようだが、信じないでくれたまえ。我々としては君とは良き関係でいたいのだよ。
そのようなことを今さら言うのか。あんなことをしておきながら。
だが正直、君が戻ってきてくれたおかげで助かったよ。君のいない間、代わりに63号を復元して研究を続けていたんだが、これがなかなかのじゃじゃ馬でね。これでもう63号の方の計画は凍結できる。見てくれたまえ、これを。君の仮面のレプリカだよ。少し形が変わってしまったが、君のものとほぼ同じ機能を備えている。素晴らしいよ。これをつけているだけで力が湧き上がる。代謝能力や免疫力などもこれまでの比ではない。我々が再び地上の主となる日も近い。だがこれにはまだ不鮮明なことが多くてね。
我々としてはぜひともその謎を解き明かしたいのだよ。
ミコトは娘はどうした？
ミコト？ああ、あの実験体かね。母体となった貴重なサンプルだ。解体して大切に保管してある。
サンプ
ル？何気にすることはない。あんなのが好みなら同じものを10体でも20体でも好きなだけ作ってやろうじゃないか。子供も君と同様の特別な待遇を与えている。何も心配はいらない。
そんなに強い肉体が欲しいか？そんなに死なない体が欲しいか？
なんだこれは。
ならばその望み叶えてやろう。未来永劫を生き続ける不死の体にしてやろう。
Okay, so are they supposed to be the blood slimes? Okay, I didn't remember that. Because I was kind of like when they, they talk about the blood slimes being part of the god earlier, but I guess it's just like, that's their belief. Which is kind of cool. Like, introduce like a, religious / mythological concept and then realize that, see the real explanation later.
そんな取り込まれて中で溶かされている。こんな生物がいるというのか。こんなただの赤い肉塊のような生物が。いや、そもそも生物なのか。信じられん、信じられん。ダメだ、効かない。どうしたらいいんだ。第6、第8研究室全滅です。ダメです、歯が立ちません。母体移動します。投入したアベルカムルはどうなった？応答ありません。なんで下からこんなものが。下の連中は何をやりやがった。アマテラスが作動します。照射まで約30秒。ちょっと待て、こっちにはまだ人が残っているんだぞ。まさかあいつら俺たちまだ切り捨てる気か。停止信号ダメです、受け付けません。くそがー、殺してやる、殺してやる。直撃します。 嫌だ嫌だシェルダグ
I mean, I just gotta say, like, they are remarkably stupid. To, like, because I mean, I can somewhat, it's like, I guess they're, like, overconfident. Like, I mean, obviously they didn't expect, you know, Iceman to be able to turn into a monster and kill them all since they were able to capture him. But, like, you know, you should probably just take the L and not turn Makoto into a fucking sample now that you've got the main source back. Because, like, you know, he even says, like, oh, we want to work with you. Like, you know, you should at least, like, try and not antagonize him. It's just, like, hard to believe they'd be so stupid to not realize that he would probably have at least even the slightest emotional attachment. Because it's like, I get that, like, they don't value their lives, but, like, they understood enough that he would care about his child, but, like, they didn't think he would probably care about, you know, his wife. Because, like, even if he can't turn into a big giant monster and kill you all, you know, he's still, you know, got superpowers, basically. It's going to be a lot harder to, you know, experiment on him if he's trying to resist you every step of the way.
なんですか今の声
それが何時らの次の願いか
他地区消滅音ありませんバカなこの映像は大陸が故障じゃないのか信じられん
死にたくないそうか何時らも永遠に生きたいか
やだ
I do like that he turns into, like, a fucking dick genie when he gets mad. I'm gonna interpret your wishes in the most, you know, annoying way possible. Yeah, because I did kind of remember that, like, the lab was destroyed by, you know, Haku, but I couldn't really remember the setup. And I was like, maybe I just, like, especially after we moved on from it, I was like, I thought there was some explanation, like, he destroyed the lab, but, like, you know, maybe it was just, like, implied that that happened when he was escaping? But yeah, I didn't remember exactly the, you know, they revisited later.
Mutsumi
そうだよそれがお父様の望みならお父様の望みは 私の望みだからアマテラス強制介入照射準備お父様を殺してあげるさよなら
だがむつみも我を滅することはできなかったやむなくむつみは我をこの地に封じただが封じられる前に別れた心はその後も戻ることはなく長き眠りの間我らの別れた心は次第に二つの独立した存在となり
Okay.
そして我らへの呪縛も数百年の時を経て次第に弱まり
Okay, because I was kind of wondering about like the whole two aspects thing, like if he was already,
目覚めを繰り返すようになった
like if he was already, so he was whole when he originally possesses, you know, Haku's body. And so the evil, quote unquote, manifestation didn't become a separate thing until after this. And so I guess that's why they needed the second vessel of Dii to split apart. So he did, yeah, okay.
目覚めては地に入れて人をより高みへといざなうために干渉し力を使い果たしては再び深淵へと戻る、ね、だが我らはお互い時を同じくして眠ることはない。なぜなら我らを同時に封ずる。それは苦い地に戻ること。我は
That is also kind of interesting, so that does imply that it's like a cycle where they wake up and, you know, go back to sleep and wake up and go back to sleep, but it's always one is active while the other is sleeping. And so I guess it's just whenever somebody happens to come down to the, you know, glowy rock chambers when they decide to switch. Well, I guess that was like an early, they awoke him, but it's like, I don't know if that's supposed to, like, because I mean, you know, with the whole, like, what originally seems like a flash forward, the scene where you see, you know, the corpse in the rock with, like, the archaeologist guys, you know, it's supposed to be that he takes over that body, right, because he wishes to sleep, and then he wakes up as Iceman, and that's, you know, presumably supposed to be, like, Haku. But it doesn't seem like they use the same vessels forever, because Dii is new. And I don't really know why they need a vessel. Like, I can kind of get why he needs a vessel for, like if his consciousness split into two, you need, like a way to physically split them apart. I guess it's also, like, just the nature of, like, is, like, the mass like a parasite or something? I don't know. Because that kind of seems like, I mean, that's the imagery you get, right? The idea that it sticks onto your face and connects to your brain. Because it could not be that, you know, original guy is supposed to be Haku. I mean, it's just because honestly, I don't really know if I picked up on that originally, but with just the voice actor being the same, I feel like that's what they're implying. Is that, like, Haku's original body is this, you know, it's like that archaeologist guy. Which that is such a cool scene too, especially because it seems like it's like a flash forward maybe to like them, you know, discovering something in the future, but it's actually like a super flashback because you're actually in the future in like the main game. Alright, let's do this real quick. No. Honestly, it's only Opero matters because. But I think I think we're at the final boss. We're fairly close. And we're gonna keep going because I know where I want to stop the video. And then that'll be the finale next time. Unless I get interrupted. Which might, because we're a little over time, but... Actually, you know what? I think we are going to call it here. And next time will be the finale. I'm pretty sure it's like there's maybe less than an hour left. So I don't, you know. We'll call it here. And then next time we will finish the game off. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.